Babbler, a natural health and lifestyle channel. If you like what you see today, make sure that you hit the like button below, hit subscribe, and make sure you turn on notifications if you'd like to know when my future videos are posted right then and there. So today I'm going to talk to you about something near and dear to my heart. My two beautiful dogs. And Harley's coming to say hello. Anyways, today we're going to talk about how to use essential oils with dogs. In fact, I'm only going to focus on dogs today. We're not going to talk about cats or birds because they do have smaller, more sensitive systems, and there's a little bit more nuance to using oils with them. So today we're just going to focus on some dog tips. In fact, I'm going to give you my top 3 ways to use essential oils with dogs. So stay tuned. So it was just the 4th of July, and many of you probably have dogs or know somebody who has a dog that is really sensitive to fireworks. I do. That would be Pinto, the little one sitting on the pillow back there. So he gets very, very, very scared of fireworks and thunder and pretty much any noise that sounds like that. So if I can anticipate it, I will use my first tip as soon as possible. He also doesn't really like to go on car rides. So I also use this tip when we go on car rides. So what is it? Well, it's lavender. And there's a couple of ways that I use it in this scenario. So one of the first and most simple ways, especially for pet owners who might be a little bit nervous using essential oils right on their dogs, is to diffuse lavender, or really any calming oil, but I always recommend starting with lavender, is to diffuse it. What does that mean? They're these great little machines that put mist and oil into the air. And it has to do with a little vibrating disc. It's an ultrasonic machine. It's kind of like a cold mist humidifier. So you can do that, and then have that in the room that your dog is in. And it's easy, super simple. So I'll do that, but that's not enough for Mr. Pinto. Mr. Pinto also needs me to apply it to him. And for that, we're gonna first talk a little bit about dilution with dogs. Just like with humans, if you're going to apply an essential oil topically, you're going to want to dilute it either with a lotion or a carrier oil, which we're gonna use in this case, or in a spray bottle with water or witch hazel, and we'll talk about that in a minute as well, how to do that. So what we're gonna do today, I will demonstrate on Mr. Pinto for you, or Harley if she comes over here, but we're gonna use fractionated coconut oil. What does that mean? Fractionated coconut oil is coconut oil that essentially just had the fat spun out of it so that it's always in a liquid state. It's a great carrier oil for multiple reasons. You get all the same benefits of coconut oil. It's very moisturizing to the skin. It's really thin, it's really fine compared to some thicker oils, which might be a little bit more difficult to use in a roller bottle or depending on what you're wanting to use for. So why would you use a carrier oil? A carrier oil has a few benefits. So one, it's going to protect your skin from any what we call hot oils like peppermint or cinnamon that can burn a little bit when you put it on your skin. But if you have a barrier layer there of oil, then it protects the skin a bit. It also helps you spread it in further along the body. If you were just trying to apply your oils directly on your skin and rub it in that way, it's not going to go as far. And it also kind of traps the oil on your skin longer rather than it evaporating, because essential oils evaporate quickly, so that you get longer lasting topical benefits. So those are some of the main reasons you want to use a carrier oil. And a carrier oil could be olive oil. Obviously, olive oil does go bad faster than a lot of other ones, so it can get rancid, so you gotta be careful if you're gonna make a big bottle of something and use olive oil. Plus, it does have a scent that you may not like. There are other oils that we know have wonderful benefits to the skin and the hair, so you might want to use that type of oil if it's for a hair serum or a beard oil or anything like that. But in this case, we're just going to use good old-fashioned coconut oil, fractionated coconut oil. So a general good dilution guideline is 1 drop per 10 pounds of the dog per tablespoon of carrier oil. So Pinto is about 10 pounds, so I'm just going to use 1 drop in my hand and 1 tablespoon of carrier oil in my hand in this case. I'm going to rub it together and I'll show you how I apply it to him to help him relax and to help soothe the anxiety associated with, in this case, car rides, fireworks, thunder. So I have about a tablespoon of coconut oil in my hands. Come here, Harley. So I have about a tablespoon of coconut oil in my hands. I'm going to put 1 drop of lavender essential oil. I'm going to rub my hands together. And I am going to massage the inner tips of her ears. If you have really long-eared dogs, you might not want to do this. Maybe just put it behind their ears. The bottom paw pads of their feet. And then any leftover, I'm just going to rub it over her coat. Rubbing her ears, rubbing her paws, and then I'm just going to rub the rest on the back. You don't want to get essential oil in their eyes or in their ears, like deep in their ears. And you just want to avoid any sensitive areas, of course. And kind of listen to your dog. One thing that's really neat about essential oils is dogs do tend to be in tune. If they don't want the essential oil, for some reason, they won't let you put it, and don't force it. So that is our first tip. So how to use it in a thunderstorm. And that's it for my demonstrations. I'm not going to demonstrate anymore, but I want to tell you a couple of other things. So number 2, if your dog has itchiness at all from allergies, even hot spots, depending on what the cause of the hot spots are. Again, we're not treating the causes, we're just helping alleviate the issue, alleviate their experience. Well, this is a great little spray that you can make. So you're gonna wanna make sure you get a little glass spray bottle. This one is 2 ounces. You're gonna wanna put 2 drops of lavender, 2 drops of geranium, 2 drops of Roman chamomile, and 2 drops of myrrh. They have anti-inflammatory, antihistamine properties. They're going to be very supportive of your dog as they deal with whatever's causing the itchiness. One thing I would like to say with that is, of course, if this is a serious issue, please consult a veterinarian. I'm not a veterinarian. I am not giving you and your dog health advice. These are just some ways to help soothe them rather than running to, for example, Benadryl in either of these cases. So, the last tip is if your dog has some stinky breath or has any tummy troubles, then I love to use, that's lavender, then I love to use peppermint essential oil in their water. So again, dogs have much smaller systems than we do, so you do need to be careful. About 1 drop per 2 cups of water, or what I tend to do, because we have one of those gallon water feeders, I put about 3 drops in there, and that's all I need. But you can play around with what your dog's comfortable with, what you're comfortable with, but again, a rough guide is no more than 1 drop per 2 cups of water. But this will be wonderful because it helps with stinky breath. It's going to support their digestive systems. And it will also keep away any spiders and repel some bugs from their water. So it's just great to have, especially if the water's in your house then too. A word on this, I only ever recommend using certified pure therapeutic grade essential oils, like those with doTERRA, which I've partnered with, and I'll put a link below where you can get your own doTERRA essential oils, or comment below if you'd like to schedule a time to talk about essential oils and how we can get them into your home. The reason for that is because essential oils that you buy on Amazon, on grocery store shelves, at the drugstore, frankly, are unregulated, and you can't be sure that they're actually what's in the bottle. There are wonderful researchers out there who run tests on oils all the time to to test their purity and find that these store-bought essential oils are often either adulterated, or diluted, or full of synthetics, or not even what they say they are at all. So if you're going to be giving your dog essential oils in their water, going to be using them topically, they're going to be breathing them in, of course you're going to want the highest quality and the highest standard out there. So that is why I choose doTERRA. They have 8 third-party tests certifying their purity. You can type in the number on the bottom into our Source to You website, see all of their tests for that batch of oil. You know what you're getting, and you know what you're giving your dogs. So that is my third and final tip for today. There are multiple other ways that you can use essentials for your dogs. I'll probably make more videos, but those are my top 3 ones that I use all the time when they're scared of the road, thunder, fireworks, when they've got itches and hot spots, and when their breath is stinky or they have tummy trouble. So thank you so much for tuning in. If you like what you saw, please make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you in our next video.